The soccer event has returned to Forge of Empires. Don't worry though, I've got all the strategies and info that you need to know right here. Starting with the new main building, meet the Aegean Resort. This 4x5 building will give no happiness, coins, or population, and doesn't even need a road connection. But at its 9th and final level, will give a sizable 20 to 30% defense boost for attacking armies, a 20 to 40% defense boost for defending armies, 30 goods, and 2 random productions. The first is either 30 forge points or 6 blueprints with 50% odds for both. This means that you'll average 15 forge points and 3 blueprints per day. The second is either 2 fragments of the Mediterranean Memory Selection Kit or 2 fragments of a finished event building item, again at 50% odds each, so you'll average 1 fragment of each item per day. Using the golden upgrade for the Aegean Resort will give you a choice between 3 buildings: the Aegean Couples Resort, Aegean Gardens Resort, and Aegean Marina Resort. Each has its own unique productions, but they all share a 34 to 44% defense boost for attacking armies, 39 to 59% defense boost for defending armies, and a production of 30 current age goods. The Aegean Couples Resort adds on a 14 to 34% attack boost for attacking armies, and a 15 to 25% attack boost for defending armies. It'll also produce an extra 10 to 15 of 1 current age good, 10 to 15 goods of a previous era, and its 2 random productions. The first gives either 40 forge points or 10 blueprints, each with 50% odds, and the second gives 6 fragments of the Mediterranean Memory Selection Kit or 6 fragments of a finished event building item, again at 50% odds. The Aegean Garden Resort adds a 19 to 39% attack boost for attacking armies, 20 to 30 previous age goods, and its own random productions. The first gives either 88 forge points or 12 blueprints, however these are at 25% and 75% odds respectively. The second gives either 3 fragments of the Mediterranean Memory Selection Kit or 13 fragments of a finished event building item at 75 and 25% odds respectively. The nicest looking of the 3, the Aegean Marina Resort, adds a 17 to 37% defense boost for defending armies, and a production of 20 to 30 of 1 good of your current age, as well as its 2 random productions. The first gives either 32 forge points or 28 blueprints at odds of 75% and 25% respectively, and the second gives either 13 fragments of the Mediterranean Memory Selection Kit or 3 fragments of a finished event building item at odds of 25 and 75% respectively. That was a lot of numbers and odds, so let's simplify it. This chart shows all the productions for each building, averaging out all of the odds. The building that produces the most of a certain resource is highlighted in green. Note that the Couples Resort doesn't produce the most of any boost or reward, and that's because it really is just the balanced middle ground between the gardens and marina. Important things to note include that the marina actually produces the most forge points per day, and they all produce the same amount of goods, just with the difference between the breakdown of how many previous and current age goods. Additionally, the Couples Resort gives attack boosts to both attacking and defending armies, while the Garden Resort only gives an extra attack boost to the attacking armies, and the marina only gives an attack boost to the defending armies. Lastly, the fragments for the Mediterranean Memories kits may look pretty close for all 3 buildings, but they are not. The Marina will be able to assemble a kit every 31 days on average, the Couples is close with every 33 days, and the Gardens takes over 10 days longer with 44 days. Of course, there's even more new stuff besides the main building. The Mediterranean Memory Selection Kit, the one that the Aegean Resorts provide, contains a choice of 2 buildings, the Feta Farm and the Golden Goal Euros. The Feta Farm is a 3x2 building that provides a 7 to 17% attack boost for attacking armies, a 12 to 22% defense boost for defending armies, and produces 6 to 8 forge points, 20 to 30 current age goods, and 20 goods of your current age for your guild treasury. This building does not need a road connection. The second Mediterranean Memories building is the Golden Goal Euros, which is 2x2 and provides a 4 to 14% defense boost for attacking armies, a 5 to 15% attack boost for defending armies, a 5 to 10% coin boost, and produces 5 to 7 forge points and 10 to 20 previous age goods. This building will require a road connection though. There's also a third new building, being the flowering bougainvillea tree, and it is only available via placing in the Gold League at the end of the event. It provides a 9 to 11% boost for each attack for attacking armies, attack for defending armies, and defense for defending armies. It will also produce 6 forge points, 12 current age goods, and 20 fragments of the Aegean Resort Golden Selection Kit of 150 fragments needed, meaning that this building produces a new Aegean Resort every 75 days. But that's still not all. We have not one, but 2 buildings getting new golden upgrades. These are the Athlon Abbey and Gentiana Windmill, both of which were available as the main buildings in previous soccer events. The Athlon Abbey gets upgraded to the Azure Athlon Abbey, which makes it produce a 23 to 29% attack boost for attacking armies, a 28 to 40% attack boost, and 30 to 42% defense boost for defending armies, 50 goods, and 22 forge points alongside boosted happiness, population, coins, supplies, and medals. The Wisteria Windmill, the golden upgraded version of the Gentiana Windmill, follows a similar tact to the Athlon Abbey. It produces a 21 to 31% attack boost and a 25 to 35% defense boost for attacking armies, 24 forge points, a random production of either 70 current age goods, 75 current age goods, or 70 guild goods at odds of 30, 50, and 20% respectively. It'll also include an increase to the happiness population, coins, and supplies. We've also got 2 new Epic Selection Kits, the Epic Soccer Kit and the Epic Spring Kit. The Epic Soccer Kit provides the level 1 buildings and upgrades for the Gentiana Windmill, including its chain pieces, the Athlon Abbey, the Hippodrome, including its chain pieces, the Hall of Fame, Winners Plaza, Altar Garden, and Tholos of Idols. The Epic Spring Kit provides the level 1 buildings and upgrades for the Suishan Mill, Hanami Bridge, Pagoda, and all the buildings that make up the Cherry Garden set. We've also got 2 event passes again, 1 silver and 1 gold, costing $15 separately or $25 when purchased together. The Silver Pass provides Aegean Resort selection kits, very infrequent Aegean Resort golden upgrades, and gives plenty of Feta Farms, Epic Soccer, and Spring selection kits. While the Golden Pass provides much of the same except that it gives the Golden Goal Euros instead of Feta Farms, and also provides golden upgrades for the Athlon Abbey and Wisteria Windmill. If you want to purchase them, know that the Silver Pass will give you about 1 extra Aegean Resort per 2 from the normal grand prizes, and the Gold Pass will give you yet another with the same progress. So now let's finally move on to talking about the event's minigame. It's almost exactly the same as the anniversary events, albeit with slightly different potential layouts for the players that are locked at the start of the game. If you're new to this minigame, here's the short explanation. Each icon on the field is a player. I know they don't look like it, deal with it. Each player has an icon, either red, yellow, or blue, a badge of some sort, either a core, frame, or full, and some number of stars from 1 to 4. When you start off a new board, all the players will be locked, shown with this net icon behind them. You can spawn players with this button, which will cost 10 soccer balls, and these will have no badge and a random number of stars. You can then merge these free tiles with a locked one of the same color and number of stars. By doing so, you get a small reward and a little bit of progress. Note that you only get progress by merging with a locked player and not by merging 2 free players. Also, by merging 2 players, the number of stars will increase by 1. Your goal is to assemble as many players with full badges as possible, which you can get by merging a badge core and a badge frame together. You can then convert these players into 1 badge of the same color with this tile, and can then spend those badges on reward bags. However, if you have a player with 4 stars and a full badge, you receive 3 badges to spend instead of just 1. If you're able to clear the board of locked players, you'll get an extra bonus of either a 1-up kit, renovation kit, finish 1 and finish all special productions items, the Epic Soccer Kit, and the Epic Spring Kit. However, I don't recommend playing to try and clear the board each time, as you'll end up wasting your soccer balls when they could be better used resetting the board and starting a new one. So what about progress towards the grand prizes? By merging with a locked player, and only a locked player, you get 1 progress, and by merging with a locked 4-star player, you'll get 2 progress. You can also get progress by opening the reward bags with your badges. These provide from 3 to 27 progress, as well as a chance at the daily special. However, the first bag that you open on any given day will provide you twice the amount of progress, so between 6 and 54. Your goal to reach for progress is 3,750. At that point, you'll have received one of each of the new golden upgrades for the Aegean Resort, Athlon Abbey, and Gentiana Mill. The Aegean Resorts golden upgrade is only at 3,000 progress though, so it should be achievable by most players. Since the balancing is the same as the anniversary event, we can make a guess about how well players will do. After the anniversary event, I asked where you placed in terms of progress, and 73% said that they got over 3,750 progress. Now, you do get slightly less event currency this time, but with the much lower progress needed for the Aegean Resorts golden upgrade, I'm confident that you can make it. Now, let's finally dive into the strategies for how you'll hit that 3,750 progress mark. The single most important thing to know is that this is an event where you are required to play daily. You absolutely cannot save up all of your event currency for just a few days. With that in mind, you have to complete several boards in the event daily. However, each board costs more soccer balls to reset, with the first of the day being free, then 20 soccer balls, 40, 80, and so on. Since you receive 10,020 currency for free during the event, more if you include what you win from incidents, this means that you want to average about 500 soccer balls spent per day. This way, you can spread out your spending and avoid the really expensive board reset costs. My recommendation is to complete 4 boards every day, spending about 90 soccer balls on each board. This won't be enough to clear the board. In fact, if you try to clear every board, you won't get enough progress to get the golden upgrade. Instead, focus on merging players together to get as many badges as you can, and then move on to the next board. There's more to the strategy than just how you spend your soccer balls, though. Most of your success will depend on how well you can merge your players. How I like to do it is to start by spending all the event currency that you plan to spend on the board. For example, if you're following my recommendation of spending 90 soccer balls per board, spawn all 9 players at once. This makes it a lot easier to plan out your merges than if you were to spawn them one at a time. Work on only one color at a time. Start with the 1-star players and work your way up to the 4-star ones. Whenever possible, merge a free player with one that is locked in order to get more progress. Also, try and plan out how you're going to merge your players' badges. For example, you can try to make sure that if you merge with a level 1 player with a badge core, there's a level 2 badge frame that you can then merge with to make the full badge. If you need more help playing through the minigame boards, Cat made a solver for the Anniversary Events minigame that works quite well. It's just a little bit time consuming to enter all of your info. As far as I know, it's still focused towards the anniversary event, so it will refer to gems and tops or bottoms of keys, but just switch those in your mind to players and cores or frames of badges. I'll link it below, but I recommend trying to learn how to solve the minigame by yourself as the event progresses, so that you don't have to spend all day playing the minigame. If Cat releases an updated version of the solver for this event, I'll update the description. If you are able to keep up with the minigame and play it daily, you should have no problem getting the fully leveled Aegean Resort, on top of the Athlon Abbey and Wisteria Windmill golden upgrades. I think that most players will be able to make it to at least 3,750 progress, but if you think you might be falling short, there is a way to get an extra 500 progress or so over the course of the minigame. Every day, the first reward bag that you open will give you double the prize and double the progress. If you need more progress per day then, open the most expensive bag every day, and you'll be able to get extra progress. However, I do not recommend doing this if you want to focus on daily specials, as it takes away badges that you could be spending on those days instead. In fact, up to 40% of the badges you will get. Only do this if you're falling behind in progress or if you're trying to stay in a higher league. Speaking of daily specials though, the way to win them is from opening bags. Each one has a smaller chance, with bigger bags having the highest. Save your badges for a day when you want to win the daily special, and then spend all of them on the most expensive bags, since these also give you the most progress per badge. However, you'll have to be careful to spend your badges in a way that you don't run out of one color. You'll have to choose the less expensive bags once in a while to try and balance your stock of badges. Also, don't forget about the daily challenges. During the event, you can get 9 badges per day from the daily challenges, which gives you 189 over the course of the event. That's not something you want to ignore, as that ends up being about 270 free progress. Of course, when you spend these badges, you want some good daily specials. There's quite a few good ones, including selection kits for tons of buildings, such as the Athlon Abbey or Gentiana Windmill and its chain pieces, if you need the buildings to use the golden upgrades on, the Hippodrome, the Cherry Garden set, even the Druid Temple and Winter Railway. You can also pick up the Epic Spring Kit, but I would recommend not doing so. The buildings in it are starting to show their age and just aren't as efficient anymore, unless you want to pick up the Cherry set because you like how it looks. My personal recommendation, however, is to just save for the Epic Soccer Kit. You should be able to get plenty of them, and they're great if you need more kits to get an Athlon Abbey or Gentiana Windmill. If you've already got both, then there's always the Winner's Plaza or chain pieces for the Windmill or Hippodrome to choose from. This event also has leagues that will give you some extra rewards at the end of the event. For diamond spenders, you can win the flowering bougainvillea tree in the Gold League. And for the rest of us, the prizes are mostly just the Epic Spring Kit and Epic Soccer Kit. Luckily, you won't need any upgrades from the leagues, so don't worry too much if you're not in a higher league. If you are targeting the Gold League though, remember to spread out your soccer ball usage across the whole event, instead of trying to spend a lot of soccer balls on one day. If you do that, the board reset cost will eat you alive. If you need extra progress to stay in the higher leagues, make sure that you get the badges from the daily challenges and open the doubled progress bag every day. You'll get less of a single daily special than you want, but together these strategies can give up to about 860 extra progress for free. That's not insignificant. We've also got 7 new portraits for this event, with 2 from the quest line, 2 from each the silver and gold event passes, and 1 more available in the Gold League. That's going to close out this video, but make sure to join my Discord server to discuss the event and get help if you need it. Good luck in the event, and as always, I'll see you next time.